Hi all, so as part of learning in this subject, what I thought I'd do is provide some resources and activities that you can do in your classroom that you may not have thought of yet. It's easily aligned with the curriculum, and this is something that I'd like you to have a look at after you've watched this clip to see where it could align and what you could do in your classroom. And if you do have any other ideas of what you would like to try, or if you want to try it, or if you'd like me to try it, please let me know and I'll give it a go. So the first thing I thought I'd do is bring in a book. And usually when you think of maths or numeracy, you think there's no way there's a book in there. But one of the most accessible ways we can start teaching maths and exploring the language of maths is through those experiences and things that children are really familiar with. So think of all the nursery rhymes. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Think of 5 cheeky monkeys sitting on the bed. Think about all those songs that have maths and numeracy elements in them, but the children aren't going to learn the maths from just singing them or saying them. You have to talk about them and being explicit. So the first story I thought I'd read you is The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Carle. And there is lots of maths in this, and I'm aware that you know that. But let's have a look what you could do with it. So if you're not familiar with the story already, it's about a hungry caterpillar. So The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Carle. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up, and pop out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar. He started to look for some food. On Monday, he ate through 1 apple, but he was still hungry. On Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears, but he was still hungry. On Wednesday, he ate through 3 plums, but he was still hungry. On Thursday, he ate through 4 strawberries, but he was still hungry. On Friday, he ate through 5 oranges, but he was still hungry. On Saturday, he ate through one piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream cone, 1 pickle, 1 slice of Swiss cheese, 1 slice of salami, 1 lollipop, 1 piece of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 cupcake, and 1 slice of watermelon. That night he had a stomach ache, and I love his face. If you can have a look, he looks very unhappy. The next day was Sunday again. The caterpillar ate through 1 nice green leaf. How many holes are in that leaf? After that, he felt much better. Now, he wasn't hungry anymore, and he wasn't a little caterpillar anymore. He was a big, fat caterpillar. He built a small house called a cocoon around himself. He stayed inside for more than 2 weeks. Then he nibbled a hole in the cocoon, pushed his way out, and he was a beautiful butterfly. So how did I read that story? How did I bring maths out without even being explicit about it? Well, the first most obvious thing, of course, was I counted. I didn't just say it was 2 pairs. I said it was 2 pairs. So that's one way you could do it. Another thing you could do when thinking about this is you could actually have the manipulatives. So you could have counters or Play-Doh of different colours, and you could say, all right, could you please make me, now it's your turn, you make 4 strawberries. You make 5 oranges out of your Play-Doh. You could do it in groups, you could do it as a rotation, or you could use the counters. You could have an egg cup and they could add, so it's 1 strawberry or one apple, 2 pears, and you could have an egg carton where they're actually adding those elements in, so they're counting in numbers. There's also some other things in here. You've got the days of the week, so it starts on a Sunday and it goes through. There is the leaf itself with lots of different holes in it too. You could look at tables, so you could give your children a post-it note each, and you could create a graph of what their favourite food is. So you could just use the fruit, and they could graph their favourite fruit and build up a bar graph. You could also look at the size. So the caterpillar changes size. So he starts really small and he gets really big. So how could you measure the size difference of the caterpillar? As part of the days of the week too, there was also the 2 weeks. He stayed inside for more than 2 weeks. So it's all those more than, all that language in there that you could really make explicit. The best thing about this book too is that there's lots and lots of resources. I have actually a colouring in book of this, and you can use those as blackline masters where children could cut out or colour in as well as they go. So there's lots of things that you could do with this book, and they're just a few of my ideas. So if you have any, or if you find some, please share them with everyone, and so we can really get involved with this. Each week I'll try to bring a different book to you or a different learning activity, and I'm not reading it in a way that I'm patronising you. I'm reading it as in a way of an example of how you could do it in your classroom. So please don't take it as that either. So I hope you enjoyed. Thanks.